Well, it's Jordan's Caffeine Addled Archive or Addled Archive, or hey, it's just Jordan's diary thing. Because, I mean, you all come here to listen to me. I get it. It's fine. I do. I'm amazing. Luke looks up to me as a younger brother all the time, and it's only natural the rest of the world would as well. Alex thinks he's CEO, but that's only because he wants to get my attention. I get it. So, what can I report on? I managed to buy, well, I'd say a bookcase, but it's two bookcases. I supported a very nice local charity. They do a lot of work and they have some really nice furniture. And I bought a desk from them earlier this year. Actually, really love the desk. Absolutely adore it. It's great. And in the same kind of like style that they do, they had some bookcases. And I'd been umming and ahhing about these bookcases for a while, but I kind of bit the bullet and well, I was only going to buy one, but then I was like, it's X display, it's got a really good deal on it, and they have another one that's X display, and that's got a really good deal on it. So I bought both. They are being delivered Tuesday, which is in a few days from now, which is why I have been absolutely frantically trying to make room for these bookcases because they are solid, proper wood, don't come apart, and fortunately, I have a friend who will help me lift them up the stairs because they're going to be weighty, and Luke's feeble arms would probably snap off as soon as he tried to lift it. But the thing is, so I've been doing all this like organizing and getting rid of some stuff because well, I had some stuff that needed to get rid of, and Luke will point out understatement there. The problem is I've been doing lots of different trips, so a lot of stuff goes downstairs. Some of the stuff's made it into the loft that I do want to keep, but I've been a bit brutal, I won't lie. And like I don't mind the exercise and getting my steps in, but honestly, it's like up and down all the time. And as soon as I finish work or in the morning when I wake up, I'm sorting things out. I just wish I had um like a space lift, basically. There's like space elevators, the space lift things, where you could just send it up into the atmosphere, be done with it. I mean, I imagine storage is pretty cheap in the atmosphere. Probably in space beyond the atmosphere. I reckon they could. It's the business. This is the Caffeine Addled Mind's business idea I have. Is we just put storage units up in space. We probably have to wait for the space lift to be built first because that's going to be pricey. But yeah, always love the idea of a space elevator. I always think they're a really cool idea. Loved the one in, can't think what the show was called, Foundation. Yep. Didn't love the show too much. It was a good show, but it was very, very intense. A lot of information all the time. And when I watch a show, sometimes I just like to chill and relax. And I know that's a silly criticism of someone that creates, but I was just like, I'd watch an episode and I'd be like, I the other thing is I love to binge watch. I do. I find in this day and age, carving aside some time just to watch a show and be done with it helps me a lot more than thinking, oh, next week I'll watch an episode. Foundation might have been the exception to the rule where actually I wish I'd watched it weekly. Yeah, a lot to process in each episode, but really good. And like I say, they had an awesome space elevator scene at the very start. And so, yeah, space lifts are great, basically. And I think we need them because it would have made my life a lot easier these last few days. Or I think about it, just a general lift, actually. It doesn't need to be a space one. That would probably, but who has time to put a lift in their house when you could have a space lift? Bye. Also, I forgot I'm supposed to do an apology this week because I said something last week that kind of caused a bit of a little fracture amongst the Caffeine Addled Mind. So this is my apology recording. Although I've got to admit, I'm not really that sorry. I stand by what I said to an extent. David Bowie is very talented, or was very talented, rest his soul. Very, very vital to the music industry, and yes, a trendsetter and very important to a lot of communities. However, I still hold fastly to the fact that Attenborough contributed more to our understanding of nature and bringing awareness to everyone possible than Bowie has. Again, sorry for causing the fracture, but also I stand by what I said. Bye.
Good afternoon. It is Thursday. It is 4:35 p.m. I forgot that it is Thursday, the day that we are meant to record. I need a bit of a lift, to be honest. A space lift, if you will. because I'm lying in bed. Today's a sick day. I am sick. Jordan and Luke will tell you that I am always sick. It's not true. I'm only sick some of the time. And this particular time, I have a cold, but also my right eyelid, top eyelid, is swole. Like like if it was muscles, you'd be so proud, but because it's an eyelid, it's like, nah, this is not cool. Apparently, it's the gland for eye lubrication as opposed to a tear duct, or so it's not a sty, it's not conjunctivitis because it's not like all gunky and disgusting, but it's disgusting in its own way, and I'm supposed to so I'm on antibiotics. I haven't had alcohol for 5 days, 6 days. Not that that's not an unusual occurrence, but uh, yeah, what I'm supposed to be doing is like warming up my eyelid to like melt what's inside and then massage it out. But also it's inflamed and infected, so yeah, it's just really uncomfortable. It's not nice. Don't like it. I swear I didn't used to get sick quite so often, but sickness do become for me sometimes. That was like the most YouTuber apology ever. I'm sorry that you're upset. I'm sorry that you were offended by the thing that I said that was totally correct. But, I'm sorry.
Inside Luke here making the note of the day. I've always been out, I've already been on my walk, I've already been there, done that, didn't record on that, so this recording won't have any birds or trees or the hint of a squirrel in the distance, possibly maybe a gentle breeze on the wind, possibly some daffodils about, all of that stuff. This voice note doesn't have it. Instead, I'm walking back and forth inside because God, it's just impossible to do one thing at once, so I have to do two things at any one time. Talking about two things, talking about things about me. I like books. It's not a secret. Ooh, that's a magpie. Hello. I've just seen out a window and seen a magpie. I like I like books. I like to read them. I've read them, read a few. If anyone listens to Do You Go, you'll know that. But one book I can never get into, like not ever, and I really have tried, is like space books, like sci-fi books. I like the concept. It's crazy that I don't like them because I do love Star Trek. I love TOS. I watched a lot of TOS as a youngin, as a youth, and even now, I just think you can't beat the sheer storyline and dramatics of TOS. I like Lower Decks as well. I like that. I played, well, I was going to say Soma, but that's definitely not a space game. Deliverers the Moon. All these games have got space lifts in. That's sort of like a lift that takes you to space. Delivers the Moon, as you can imagine, is about, I'm assuming, delivering the moon. I never finished that game. Jordan, my brother and fellow podcaster, has finished that game, so I can only assume the moon happens, it is delivered, and then mission accomplished, I guess. I don't know. But you can't beat the dramatics of a Star Trek space lift handle, You go in it, you hold on, it moves ever so slightly. If you're Kirk in the original TOS, you change outfits on the way. It's not a problem. It's a great thing. And yeah, in Deliver as the Moon, at one point you're just at the space lift, just waiting to go up in it. Just time passing. You can't blame it. You can't blame it. But I just don't like sci-fi books. I have tried. I like the concept. I like the blurbs. I like every ounce of it, except the actual reading of it. And I don't know what that's about.
Do we think Alex isn't sick this time, but he's going through withdrawal? He did say he hasn't drunk anything for 6 days.
So instead of recording first thing in the morning like I usually do, where I'm all bleary-eyed, thinking that I'm still in some kind of dream on a spaceship, going up the lift, getting ready for my impending doom from the alien that's going to come and eat me. Ooh, Spacelift, yeah, that's fun. Anyway, but what was I talking about? The dream? Oh, not the dream, not the alien dream, not the weird space dream. Let's talk about instead how I woke up, went to the flea market, I found a couple of lovely objects, I had some great bants with the locals, and it was just a great time going to the flea market. Obviously, I had a coffee when I went to the flea market. Did some laundry. I moved my Thurston the Great Magician print from one wall to another wall so that it would go with my phrenology print, which I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but either way. And yeah, that's about all I've done really. Don't really know what else to say. Yeah. yeah, don't know what else to say. I need to go make some food. Today's been a busy day, it is what it is. Life is life, and it is chaos. But this is the first recording where I haven't been asleep. So I suppose that's a plus, I guess.
Whilst we're on the topic of space type things and sci-fi and space things and space, the final frontier, I'd just like to, and in a throwback to last week's topic, mention David Bowie's Space Oddity, Starman, Life on Mars, etc., all the many, many great space songs he did. I want to guess on the topic of talking about my day that everyone else seems to do and I never seem to do because I just ramble instead. I was tiling and grouting, and as always, every time I tile or grout or do any sort of project, painting, coloring in, existing in the known world, I then became the thing I was doing. I became the tile adhesive and the grout. Also, I forgot to mention, sorry Alex, cutting tiles is just fun. It's just satisfying. It makes a fun noise when you're scoring them, and it's just fun to pop them and break